Who am I? Why am I here? This right here was good for me yesterday, but today it'll give me cancer. Last week coffee was terrible for me, but this week it's going to cause me to live 6 extra years. Well, I'm good on that front. Wow. Now, is the left right or is the right right? Or are they both right? Or are they both wrong? I'm so confused. How will I ever find peace in such a confusing world? The word for today is confusion. And our scripture today comes from Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. It says, "Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about the things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all that you have learned, and the God of peace will be with you." It's Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9 of the New Living Translation. This is actually our roadmap to overcoming confusion in our lives. See, confusion tends to happen when we get overwhelmed with options, or we crave one of two options that we know is the wrong choice, but we're still somehow drawn to it, and we make that choice instead of the right one. We know we shouldn't, but we do it anyways. And then we wonder why our lives are the way they are. Why are we still so confused and so messed up? This advice that Paul gives us here helps us to grapple with this confusion and to refocus our lives on the things that matter, to bring us from confusion into peace, or a peaceful being. Let's break it down. Paul lists 6 qualities in this first verse, in verse 8. And these qualities point us in the direction of peace. He asks us to focus on these 6 things. The first thing that he asks us to focus on, or to fix our thoughts on, is what is true. Okay, true meaning ethical truthfulness. Just being honest. People just being honest. The second thing is honorable. Focus on what is honorable, meaning that which is noble or respectable. The third thing he says is focus on what is right, or what is just. Some versions use the word just here. Some use the word right, meaning giving to others what they deserve, but no less than that. In other words, at least giving as much as they deserve when it comes to something good. Pure is number 4, and that means holy, being holy. Look for what is holy in relation to God. And number 5, he says, look for what is lovely, meaning attractive, but not in a sexy, handsome kind of way. He means instead in an approachable attractiveness. In other words, being that person that others want to be around, and they're drawn to you in a positive way because you're approachable, mostly your personality, I would say. Number 6, he says to fix your thoughts on what is admirable or commendable, being a person that is praiseworthy, or letting your actions speak to the greatness of God as opposed to the greatness of yourself. Focus on those things. When we put all these things into practice, the God of peace, as he mentions right here in the end, he says, and the God of peace will be with you. The God of peace is actually synonymous with the peace of God. And that is what he's talking about, gaining that peace. If the God of peace is with you, then you have the peace of God. You will then be able to have peace. Life becomes less confusing when you realize that God inspired a roadmap for us. And we have it right here. It's the Bible. You see, God is in control, but his purpose is not to control you, but to assure you that this world is not random and chaotic and confusing as we may think, or people may have us think. And through daily focus on him, and of course these 6 things that Paul has mentioned here, you can live a life of purpose and peace instead of a life of confusion. So here's a question for you as you pray today to ponder. The question is, how will you shift your worldly confusion into a peaceful and purposeful life? Blessings. I hope this has touched you. If it has, please share it so that it may touch somebody else. Hit that like button and the subscribe button, and be sure you click on the little jingle bell so you'll get notified the next time I upload a video. And I will see you next time.